How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, the founder of the Hard Gainer Academy. So for the past two videos, I was talking about the benefits of having a training partner and how to choose the right training partner. But the question is, what if you can only train alone? I train alone myself as well, majority of the time, and I know a lot of you guys train alone as well. So here's some tips that you can use to actually get the most out of training by yourself. So the first one being is, make a plan and stick to it. If you're following a program and it says you need to be on it for 6 months, go the full 6 months. Even if it's 3 months, do the full 3 months. Don't just stop doing it after a week or a month or so. Let the plan go to its full maturity. Because one of the things that can really hold you back and keep your growth stunted as far as muscle and strength is going from plan to plan, or jumping on, or hopping, or however you want to call it, doing different types of workouts. So the thing is, there's a lot of programs out there for beginners, intermediates, and advanced lifters. If you're a beginner, there's more than enough that are out there. Just as a quick side note, if you need help as far as choosing the right program for yourself, then by all means, you can send me a message, or you can reach out to any of my social media, or even the comment section. The second thing is knowing your limits. When you're training by yourself, there is no spotter. If you're the type of person where you're not going to want to ask someone to spot you and you just want to be to yourself, then you got to know your limits. If you know a weight is really, really heavy and there's a good chance you can't even get one rep out of it, then don't even bother lifting it. I know what you're saying, but Dre, don't you always say that we should always strive for more, strive to be the best? Yes, but that does not mean that you should lift with stupidity. It's about realizing, well, you know what? Here's what I'm capable of. When we're making progression, we want to make sure we go about it strategically. So if there's a weight that is too heavy for you, then forget about it. Choose a weight that you can manage, but is also challenging as well. So that's why it's important for you to know your limits. Because if you get hurt, you can't make gains. You can't go to the gym. So getting hurt just does not make any sense. So again, know your limits. Third one, focus on quality over quantity. So this comes down to exercise selection. If you know there's a compound exercise that you could do where you can get 3 to 4 muscle groups involved, focus on exercises like those. So for example, instead of spending hours, well, maybe not hours, but a lot of time, let's say you're doing chest flies and you say you want to build up your chest, then you're going about it the wrong way. You should be doing the bench press. You could be doing dips or even push-ups if you're really just trying to build a good foundation of strength overall, all right? Same thing goes for legs. Don't be spending all your time doing leg extensions and leg curls. You want to be doing squats. You want to be doing deadlifts. Again, it uses multiple muscle groups, so the more muscles that are involved, the more potential muscle you can actually build. So always focus on quality over quantity. This can also go in regards to how much time you spend in the gym. I see a lot of guys that will spend 2 hours inside the gym when they could have did it in 1 hour, but they were wasting time, or they were saying, I need to do this, I need to do that. But no, it is not the quantity of work that you're doing, it is the quality of work, all right? For the next one, perfect your form, perfect your technique. Again, this becomes even more important because as the weight begins to be more challenging and you really start pushing yourself, you want to make sure that your technique is solid. If you have sloppy form and you're going to be using heavy weight, then you just increase the chances of you hurting yourself, right? And like I said previously, if you're hurt, you can't work out. If you can't work out or you can't train, you will not build muscle. So this is very, very important to make sure that you get the form down. Because at the end of the day, even when the weights do get challenging, whether it's those final 1 or 2 reps, your form might break a little bit, but it's better for your form to break a little bit when you already have a perfect technique than to have poor form and having your form even break down even further, all right? And now for the last tip, always focus on making gradual improvements. So this is in regards to the principle of progressive overload. You want to make sure that you're getting stronger with your training sessions. I'm not saying you got to get stronger every single training session because that's just not realistic. But if you're a beginner, then aim to make progressions at least every week. This is very doable. I know for some people it might be every 2 weeks. Anything longer than 3 weeks and you're just getting started, then there's a huge problem and you're probably missing out on a variety of factors which we talked about on this channel, and I will be going over as we do this month of January, focusing on helping out beginners make gains and so on. But as a beginner, you should be focusing to be making gains at least week by week, and in some cases for some people it can only be maybe every 2 weeks. But just make sure you're doing everything correctly, but focus on making gradual improvements, because those gradual improvements in strength will relate to you actually building more muscle and putting on more size. Because again, you're a skinny fat guy and you're trying to transform your body, and I've been there and I understand your situation. By focusing on making these progressive improvements, you will see the changes that you were looking for. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Tell me if you guys are really enjoying the whiteboard. I know it kind of helps in the sense of where you guys can get a visual and you can kind of see what I'm going to be talking about and what points I'm going to be touching on. And I have been getting a lot of feedback, but the more feedback, the better. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and peace out.